talk just briefly about how do you organize your day. For most of you, that is entirely up to you. Whether there's someone home with you, whether you're completely on your own during the day, your school day, when you're not on campus or if you're fully remote all the time, is largely structured according to what works best for you. And I want to give you some advice on that. Even though you have freedom and flexibility, there's definitely some best practices. I certainly think that starting earlier in the day is better. I'm a little biased because I was raised by grandparents who thought that if I slept past 8 o'clock, I was sleeping in to some insane hour. However, I understand a lot of you are on different sleep cycles than a lot of us, and sometimes it's hard to get up and get going. But if you'll force yourself on days that you are in school to get up sometime during the morning and get started, you'll find that you're more productive and you'll get more responses from your instructors and your support staff. Not a lot of those people are going to be available at 11 o'clock at night, but a lot of them will be available at 11 o'clock in the morning. So the earlier you start, better off you'll be for the entire day. On Mondays, when you open up and look at all your classes, I suggest making a list for everything that's expected of you in every single class. In other words, don't start with just one of your courses and begin working through it. I would take a quick overview and a survey of every single one of your courses. Look at what's expected for the week. Look at how much time you think those things are going to take you. And then look at the assignments that you think are going to be the most difficult or most time consuming for you personally. We all know that we have some subjects that are either our passions or our natural skills, and we can get through those a little bit more quickly than we can for subjects that are more difficult and challenging for us personally. Organize those things. Make sure that you have a list written out or a list on your phone that lets you know everything that has to be done throughout the week, because then you can really make a strategy for how you're going to approach that and have an idea of what each week looks like. You also won't have to keep revisiting those things every single day. You'll know for each class what you need to do. Finally, I suggest starting with the toughest task first, the thing that's going to be, you're going to grind at it. Because once that's out of the way, everything else will look a lot easier or at least a lot more manageable. Study after study shows if I do the most difficult task first, the thing I don't want to do, everything else becomes easier past that. All right, those are my strategies for getting organized, and I know we haven't reinvented the wheel here, but simple practices to make sure that I'm prepared and have a great foundation for approaching school will benefit me greatly in every single class and every day that I'm working at home throughout the semester.